Have you ever logged onto Amazon and felt like it's reading your mind? You know, you're browsing, and suddenly it recommends the exact thing you didn't even know you needed yet? It kind of feels like magic, right? Well, it's not magic. The secret engine running behind the scenes is something called big data analytics. And today, we're going to break down exactly what this massive digital machine is, why it matters so much, and how Amazon uses it to completely revolutionize their business and their supply chain.
To really get this, we have to completely change how we think about information. There's a famous saying that data has become a new raw material, and I want you to literally picture it that way. Don't just think of data as abstract code floating around in the cloud. Think of it as a physical resource, like timber or oil or iron. A modern cognitive company, meaning a business that actively learns and innovates, actually mines and refines this raw material to manufacture real, tangible business value.
So, if data is the raw material, what are the tools we use to process it? Well, big data analytics is basically the practice of collecting, storing, and analyzing absolutely massive amounts of information to create value and make better decisions. And data mining? Think of that as the heavy machinery. It's the actual process of digging through that huge mountain of information to find the golden nuggets, the really useful patterns and actionable insights.
Now, you might be wondering, why do companies desperately need all this heavy machinery today? It's because of us. The old consumer used to be super predictable. They had limited choices, limited information, and they were really loyal to specific brands. But the modern consumer, we are completely unpredictable. We have infinite choices, endless product information right on our phones, and honestly, very low brand loyalty. Navigating that kind of landscape is just impossibly hard unless you have the right data guiding you. Okay, let's jump into Section 1, the Amazon Data Factory, and see how they turn all this information into action.
To make this factory run, Amazon doesn't just look at one type of information. They actually combine internal data, so things happening inside their own walls like your past transactions, surveys, and their own operations, with external data. That's information from the outside world like market trends or, believe it or not, even the weather. We see this in other industries too. Hospitals use huge sets of healthcare data to create personalized patient treatments. Or think about insurance companies. They combine their customer files with external weather reports to actually predict storm damage before a storm even hits. Amazon uses that exact same strategy of mixing data sets to figure out what you're going to need next.
And how does all this data translate to real life? Well, a great example is Amazon's image recognition shopping. It's a simple three-step process for the user. Step 1, you just snap a photo of a cool product you see out in the real world. Step 2, the app instantly checks availability. And Step 3, it shows you the price and different varieties. That seamless instant experience? That is only possible because they are rapidly mining massive databases in the background to match your one simple photo with their vast global inventory. But it goes way beyond just photos. This refined raw material fuels some really futuristic, tangible applications. Take AR View, which uses augmented reality to let you visually place a virtual couch right in your own living room before you ever click buy. They also use location-based data to serve you highly relevant ads based on exactly where you are. They even use data to completely redesign existing products or create brand new product lines based on what we actually search for and use. Ultimately, it's all about creating deeply personalized customer recommendations. Which brings us to Section 2, the big data advantage, focusing on efficiency and power.
All this refined data fundamentally transforms how a modern supply chain operates behind the scenes. By understanding exactly what you need, Amazon makes significantly better decisions and drastically lowers their business risks. They've built a highly efficient supply chain that responds almost instantly to shifting consumer demand. Plus, knowing exactly how and what we buy gives them the power to build an advertising platform that is literally strong enough to rival tech giants like Google and Facebook.
But, and this is a big but, there's a massive challenge here. Consider this staggering number, 40 months. Since 1980, global digital storage capacity has doubled roughly every 40 months. We are creating more information right now than in all of human history combined. Because of this sheer volume, we are rapidly moving out of the era of big data and into an era of overwhelming huge data. And managing this huge data is definitely no easy task. You can't just run out and keep buying bigger hard drives. Companies need completely new, advanced technological architectures to securely store and process this information. They have to manage incredibly strict security and access protocols. Because at the end of the day, if the raw material, the data, isn't reliable or secure, then the final product and the analytics drawn from it are completely useless.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a bit of a provocative challenge. We've seen how hyper-personalized ads, incredibly smart supply chains, and augmented reality are super effective and convenient. But as this data factory grows exponentially larger and smarter, at what point does a really helpful recommendation cross the line and become an invasion of privacy? It's a huge question, and it's one that every consumer and every cognitive company is going to have to answer in the years ahead. Thanks so much for learning with me today.